Khloe Kardashian was once vomited on by a drunken Kris Jenner. The 39-year-old reality star was just 15 years old and still learning to drive as she only had her driver's permit. One has to be 16 years old to get a valid driver's license. The revenge body star, who has been fighting with sister Kim Kardashian, had to take the wheel on the freeway because Kris, 68, got too drunk to control the car they were in. And then Khloe ended up in tears after her mother threw up everywhere. Speaking during the Season 5 premiere of The Kardashians, she told co-star Scott Disick, "Mom got us faced. And it was only her and I? I'm driving on the freeway, I'm 15, I'm not qualified, this is a lot for me." Khloe described the horrible situation. She had her head hanging out of the window. "There was no warning. It shoots back into me," explained Khloe, who is now a mother of 2. "And I start crying. I go, 'Please mom. Mom.' And she kept throwing up." The Good American founder also revealed that Kris had ruined her favorite suede coat in the process. And then she recalled her mom immediately calling her husband Bruce Jenner, who is now known as Caitlyn Jenner, to drunkenly alert him to the situation. She said she had to get the garment washed immediately. Coco said, "It was the most expensive thing I've ever owned. You can't get acidic throw up out of suede, okay? She phone calls, 'Bruce. I need you to know I threw up, and if we don't clean it now, the paint's gonna peel. R.I.P. the jacket.'" Khloe also recalled driving herself and her sisters Kim and Kourtney to school when she was just 14, believing that she had a license because of something that Kris had told her. She said, "A government-issued license in the state of California is something I think I made up. It was a little bit different back then. Don't judge me until you've walked in my shoes. A government-issued license is bulls, we're all going to jail." Also on the show, Kim clashed with Khloe. The season began with most of the family, Kim, Kris Jenner, Corey Gamble, Kendall Jenner and Kylie Jenner, heading to Paris for Fashion Week, though Kourtney stayed behind since she was 31. 5 weeks pregnant. Khloe and momager Kris were hanging out at Scott Disick's house when Kris asked Khloe if she was going to go to Paris with them, though Khloe clearly wasn't into it. Kris says she has to pack for Paris Fashion Week, but Khloe says Kim is just going for 12 hours. "There are a couple of things holding me back from wanting to go to Paris. School has just started and the school routine is a routine," Khloe began in confession. "Especially when Kim told me we were in Paris for 12 hours. That didn't really seal the deal for me," Khloe says in confession. "Kim can fly by the seat of her pants, but it's not me. I'm not gonna change who I am. I was like, you know what? I actually don't care to do this. I would rather be with my kids," Khloe says in confession. Kris says she has to go because she has to pack, when Scott calls her out saying she doesn't pack herself, but Kris insists she organizes. Later in the episode, when Kim, Kris and Corey are on the plane, they're reminded that Khloe had wanted one of the beds. Kim is clearly irritated Khloe didn't come, with Kim saying that Khloe has been unbearable these days. Khloe is not coming, and honestly she's just not feeling it. When you're not feeling it, there's nothing that can force you to come and have a good time. Like you will just be miserable. I am not in the mood to deal, Kim says in confession. Meanwhile, Khloe explains that she didn't go to Paris for 12 hours because she thought Kourtney might need her. "Kourtney is at the very end of her pregnancy. I feel like someone has to be here, even for all the kids, like God forbid there's a natural disaster. I just feel like somebody has to be here. I know I'm an overthinker, I know I'm insane. Welcome to my mind," Khloe says.